made Land of the Lost action figures in 1992. I wonder who they got to do it. Oh no. But yeah, it turns out Tiger Toys made Land of the Lost action figures, and they made a lot of Land of the Lost action figures. This is just the first wave, and this is not including, they made a second wave too that had a bunch of like talking versions of the same characters with slightly different paint jobs. We'll look at a few of those, but we'll definitely look at all of Wave 1. There was a bunch of vehicles that were made. Those are actually quite hard to find in the box and in good condition. Figured we start with the family's patriarch here, Tom Porter, who's the kind of moron who drove his Jeep Cherokee into a giant pothole and sent his whole family to an alternate dimension. At least I think it's an alternate dimension. To be honest, I only watched like 5 episodes of this recently, and that was about all I could get through. The effects look pretty good, considering it was a television show in the early 90s. Yeah, it's just not something you want to really sit through. So let's get Tom and his karate punch action. And I will say, in the 5 episodes I watched, I don't think the dude threw a single punch. I did want to point out his card. He feels very responsible for his 2 kids, especially since their mom died a few years ago. I mean, I would hope that he feels responsible for his 2 kids, regardless if their mother was alive or not. Anyway, all these guys kind of boast crazy action features. We'll see how his karate punch works. He apparently holds your figure on their thumb, and he's got some kind of punching action. So yeah, clearly 5 episodes was not enough research to do for these videos, but the figures are so kind of crummy that I didn't really want to, I didn't want to do it. So here's Tom Porter. It looks like he could be on an ad for like really absorbent paper towel. That's about how interesting he is. Kind of a crap sculpt. There's like no detail in his pants. They're just blue tubes essentially. Let's see his punching action. It's not really so much of a punching action. It just looks like he's, having a vigorous walk. Put his arm up. I mean, dude's pretty ripped, but he's not going to be punching anybody with this. Awful. He comes with a bunch of accessories. He's got a canteen, a flashlight, barely minimum shape requirements for a flashlight, I think, which he can't hold because his hands are in permanent fists. He's got this fancy backpack here that has a actual clasp, so it does kind of hold itself closed. He comes with a whole bunch of crystals. Like, crystals are kind of a big deal on the show. As you can see, he's got a bunch of them. Like, they do various things like mind control and turning people evil and blowing people across the stage. It's I'm not really sure what the significance of crystals are, but they seem to be important. You can load his backpack up with them, but you can't close it. And you can kind of put his flashlight in there, but you couldn't close it anyway. So there's some great design there. Now these, I assume, are supposed to go around under. I assume these straps are supposed to go under his arms and then hack onto these tabs here. But I highly doubt the plastic is going to survive. Let's try it anyway. What the hell? Hey, it worked. Now he's got his backpack on, which looks really... I didn't think this character could look more dorky, but there you go. Oh, don't want to forget his canteen. There we go. It's ready for adventure in the Land of the Lost. And next we have Kevin Porter, who's the asshole of the Porter family. He has a karate kick. Again, in the 5 episodes I saw, there were no kicks. Here's his very uninteresting bio. So here's Kevin Porter, who looks just as generic as he does on the show. I do give him credit that his kick works, and he can really go for the kill if you pre-tilt him and, whammo, right in the face. And he actually does wear this shirt in at least 1 episode, so, super accurate. He comes with a slew of accessories. He's got a boombox here that's hollow and a camcorder because he's the obnoxious kid taking movies about all the dinosaurs they encounter and stuff like that. And he has a belt that has a Walkman with headphones on it, and this headphone thing is just aching to break. Just look how thin and crappy it is. Check out this cool teen, you guys. Yeah, the back of his card says that he can hold his accessories, but so I guess that's technically true, although I guess there's a slot here on the side of the camcorder, so let's try that out. No, it doesn't work. They just fall out. This guy sucks. And the third and final porter is Annie Porter, who is the nerd. She has a bow and arrow. Yeah, here's her card. It just talks about how she found an egg and hatched it. And that's Tasha, who we'll look at next. But she named the dinosaur after her dead mom, which is kind of weird. So Annie's got this kind of weird stance going on permanently because of her bow and arrow action. The back of the card claims that she's actually supposed to be able to shoot a bow and arrow by pulling her hand back and releasing the bow, and there's no spring-loaded action in this arm at all, so I think I'm just gonna have to say that that's most likely bullshit. She does have a quiver, 2 very large arrows, and a bow. So I was gonna try this bow thing, but as you can see, she can't really even hold on to it. So how the hell are you supposed to load this stupid thing and have the figure actually pull it back and shoot? Whoa, it actually shot pretty well. But I think it's a little unreasonable to think that this character that can't even hold the bow in the first place. Oh wait, are you kidding me? Does this actually work? No. What a mess. Alright, so there's the porters. And like I was talking about, they hatch an egg in like the first or second episode, and they have this abomination, Tasha, the baby dinosaur, who looks like something from that Dinosaurs animatronic show. She comes with a bunch of boulders. She's got rock throwing action, and she really walks, and you can see the very large wind-up feature sticking out of her side. There's Tasha coming to haunt your dreams. It just won't stop. But actually, of all the sculpts, I would say her face is the closest to what it looks like on the show out of all these characters. The rock throwing action it talks about is there's actually a kind of a spring in this arm, and she comes with, you know, what, 6 of these little plastic boulders. So put it on her arm. Let's see if she can tag Kevin here. Almost. That's why she comes with 6. Nice. So here are the porters and their irritating dinosaur companion from Land of the Lost. I should have mentioned in the beginning that this is the 90s Land of the Lost, not the 70s one, of course. Yeah, these are pretty bad so far. From what I've looked at, the bad guys, the Sleestaks, I think they're called, they're actually probably the best part of this line. At least Kevin's action feature works. He's about the only one, though. Of course, his belt is covering his butt, and I just wanted to have him kick his dad. Oh, even that was disappointing. Well, I'll try to get through this line pretty quick. There's a few more to get through. There's the talking versions of these figures. Oh man, what have I done? Alright, well thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.